Welcome to the Sky River RV Show. This is kind of a special one. If you're in San Francisco or San Diego, it doesn't make any difference. The Central Coast, where we're going to take you today, is a destination. Kind of small town, easy atmosphere, not as expensive. So our Dublin store, or all the way down to San Diego, it doesn't matter. These are places that are going to be full of events. And so we're going to take you pre-event, if that makes any sense, take you to these places and show you what it looks like before the event. And then when the event comes, whether it's a car show or an antique RV show or whatever it is, we will transition to the future when it happens. So our folks up in Dublin and the Bay Area, I know you have some incredible, beautiful places, but it's busy, it's hustle bustle. This is quiet and calm and cool. And no matter where you live, you have to come to the Central Coast and kind of get the sense of this place. And then you can come back and visit us. If you live here on the Central Coast and it's part of your lifestyle, there's 78 RV parks within 50 miles of my voice. It's a wonderful place to be, great restaurants, great parks, and you know that. So we're going to stop at little places. I'll give you a hint. There is a massive monarch butterfly location right here on the Central Coast. We're going to stop by there. So let's get the show started. We're at the Morro Bay Car Show on a beautiful day in May. We have Winnebago Motorhome. We have Airstream Motorhomes over here. Look down the street. Look down that street. There must be 10,000 people, maybe more. This is Morro Bay Boulevard on a gorgeous day. Fog coming in. Now, why would we bring you here? Why would we bring you to the Morro Bay Car Show? Because RVers are people who are alive and active and doing things and going places. The RV show, the car shows, all the places we take you are a part of a lifestyle for which we believe you'll live better, you'll live longer, you'll live happier. Let's take a look and see what's here at the car show. Now you got to know, I'm a car enthusiast. And at the opening of the car show this morning, of course, we had the Star-Spangled Banner. This car industry, the RV industry, is so much a part of Americana that there is no other description for it. There is no other country of the world that celebrates freedom the same way we do. And I mean freedom of travel as much as I mean freedom of independent thought. So let's kind of walk along and take a look at some of these rigs. I mean, there's goofy looking stuff. Look at this old truck. It's called a, I'm going to go walk over here. It's called a rusty iron. Yeah, it is. But yet it's got a hot rod motor in it. That's a 60-something Chevrolet pickup truck with a real big fancy motor in it.
It's time to heat up the barbecue and break out the sunscreen. Memorial Day weekend, the first big weekend of the summer camping season, is almost here. And Sky River RV is going to help you get into the RV of your dreams. We have the best selection of high-quality RVs at every price point. And it's also your best chance to save on the last few 2014s. We also offer RV service, parts, and rentals. Make it a summer they'll never forget. Round up the family and come to Sky River RV. It's time to go camping. Sky River RV Service Department understands complete hitch work and RV repairs of all kinds. We even perform RV body work. Need a special part? Try us first. We have a complete RV parts department. You can browse our showroom and see the latest and greatest in RV equipment. We even offer propane and propane accessories. And we're open on Saturdays to assist you in your parts needs. Sky River RV. Excellent products, excellent service, excellent prices.
I hope you recognize this place. California Mid-State Fairgrounds. That's where we are, in Paso Robles. or the biggest names in music of every kind. Merle Haggard, Bob Dylan, and everybody in between. This is the place to come. From San Diego all the way up to Dublin and everywhere else in between, this fairground, during the time that it goes on for 10 or 12 days, it is the best place for music in the entire country. It's got entertainment of all other kinds too. You've got FFA, all kinds of stuff going on. Our purpose here is to take you around on the Central Coast so that you can recognize that these quiet little communities that we live in are the place to come. And for all you locals, we're just reminding you what's going on. We're going to bring you here when the actual shows are going on and give you the idea that this is the place to come visit. RVing is a lifestyle, and a lifestyle for which I believe in and I'm a part of, and I want to get you involved in it. That's what this is about.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Of the Mustang, 50th anniversary. Well, this wasn't the 50. This is 50 years old. You can see the pride that somebody puts into building these cars and what these cars are about. It shows every single phase of when they were doing the upholstery, what the trunk looked like, where the spare tire was. Every single thing as this car was developed and under the carriage. This is the 289 cubic inch Ford Mustang, the heart of the American automobile. Now, there's a gentleman by the name of Lee Iacocca that created the Ford Mustang before he went to Chrysler Corporation. He was the genius behind what these cars became. So we're going to kind of work our way down through the crowd and give you a sense of, look how busy this place is. A 1970 Chevy Sonova. This was an early kind of a compact car for the General Motors Corporation. The classic of all classic American hot rods, the Corvette. Now, these cars aren't minor parts of our heritage. This is a major extension of who we are as human beings. We are Americans because of things like this old Corvette. That's probably a $100,000 car, just in case you wanted to know. Morro Bay is a community of about 10,000 people. I'll bet on this one street right now there's over 100,000 people. Ford Torino. I know I'm just kind of skipping around, but you have to appreciate what this is about. And if you do, then you're going to appreciate what Sky River's about, what travel's about, what our hearts and souls are about. You can tow this behind a motorhome that you buy at Sky River RV, because even that small Airstream that we showed you earlier will tow 5,000 pounds. That's about what this weighs. You put it on a trailer, you go to the next campground in the next spot in America. '31 Ford Model A. Everybody knows what a Model A was. A Model A was black. A Model A had wood floors. You know why it had wood floors? Because the crates the parts came in became the floors after they took the crates apart. That's what that was. The first opportunity to make automobiles, or to make anything actually, on an assembly line. That was Ford Motor Company. That's what that is. A Cobra. If you know anything about cars, you know that, again, that is something that nobody can understand unless you absolutely don't know anything about cars. That is the best of the best. But it doesn't make any difference what it is. And I'll draw a comparison between the Cobra and this Chrysler Corporation vehicle right next to it. It doesn't make any difference how much money you have. You have to experience living. You have to get out there and do things. You had one vehicle that was $100,000 and you have another with maybe $5,000. But it's exactly the same heart and soul, the philosophy that we need. When I was growing up, the Ford Mustang hadn't come along. So what those of us who loved cars, the 55 Chevy was it. But here's a Mustang next to it. That's a 55 Chevy. Look at the workmanship that goes into that thing. Can you see the paintwork with the Chevrolet logo? That was painted there. Somebody went to a great deal of trouble. Now, that's called ghost painting, where it's actually painted into it. Normally, that wouldn't have been there. But in my time, this was the car you wanted to own. And probably still one of the most sought-after American hot rods would be the 55 Chevy, 56, 57. The Ford people would say the Mustang, depending on what years you are and what years you grew up, that's how it changes the philosophy. Or the Chrysler Corporation that we just saw a minute before.
From the first time you saw its gleaming silver skin roll past your eyes, you've always wondered what it would be like to own an Airstream. The Airstream travel trailer has been in our lives and part of the American dream for over 80 years. And with today's affordable options, there's never been a better time to purchase. We invite you to come to Sky River RV and take a closer look at the inspired Airstream travel trailer. Live your dream and see our beautiful country from your very own Airstream.
Be sure to tune in to Central Coast Now for local television programming on Charter Channel 10 and Comcast Channel 27, where you can experience different cities up and down the Central Coast, in addition to local wine shows, home improvement shows, staycation shows, RV shows, educational shows, and so much more. So support your local businesses by tuning into Central Coast Now or visit centralcoastnow.tv. All programming produced by Noble Productions, your small town and affordable video production company. Contact Valerie at 805-260-4766 for more information.
Here we are, Cambria Pines. Cambria by the sea, commonly known as Camelot. And truly, it is a place. They had a wine festival here, but it's over, so you can't come to it. But Pine Dorado days, you gotta come to Cambria. They blocked the whole town off. It's an old-fashioned, exciting, wonderful, with balloons and candy and all kinds of weird things. It's just a great opportunity. And in October, my gosh, in October, the whole entire month of October, there's scarecrows. I think there was 500 scarecrows this year all over the community. We're going to bring you here in October. We'll bring you for Pine Dorado days. We'll give you a sense of what the Central Coast is about and this very wonderful, strange little community of Cambria. I don't want to offend anybody, but it is a special, strange place. Love the restaurants. It's some of the best anywhere in the whole world. I don't want to go through them because I'll forget one. But Cambria is a place to come on the Central Coast. Easy access from anywhere you come. Come down the Central Coast, come down all the way from San Francisco on the coast, or come up from San Diego along Highway 1, or come in from Highway 101, whatever you want to do. Cambria, the town to see. Again, if you can take a look down the street, now we're getting closer to the water. There is just throngs of people. It's about 12 o'clock and more people to come.
Hello there, Michael.
Hello there. How are you, sir?
What's up there, my good
Yes.
friend? Long time no see.
Long time no see. How are you?
I see you all the time on Sky River RV.
You're gonna see yourself on Sky River RV.
Hi, Michael Beardsley.
Bye bye. All right. Another 55 Chevy. And this two-tone paint job is consistent with what they actually did in those days most often. If you have a hardtop, see there's no post here. No post there. And you see there's a post here. So this was a Bel Air, and that was a hardtop. So, moving on. Come on down this way. Everything about these cars, everything about your heart and soul is something to say about who we are. Now, I'm not trying to be a flag-waving crazy person, but I'm very proud of our heritage and our background. And if you understand that this is where we came from, this is what made America great, is the automobile. And the automobile's history and how the effort that we put into it. Sky River sells RVs. RVs were made in America. Not a lot of people recognize that there are all kinds of vehicles made from all kinds of countries of the world these days. That's true with cars. It is not true with RVs. RVs are made in America by Americans. So if you want to contribute to the well-being of our country, be a part of the American process and America's love affair with travel. Buy an RV that's made in America. Now, when I was a kid, this was one of my first cars. I'm going to say it's a 53 or 4, I'm not quite sure. Chevrolet, again, hardtop, there's no post in it. So it's probably a 53. I lied, it's a 54. I used to know this stuff. I used to know every single one of them when I walked to a car show. I don't anymore.
It's time to heat up the barbecue and break out the sunscreen. Memorial Day weekend, the first big weekend of the summer camping season, is almost here. And Sky River RV is going to help you get into the RV of your dreams. We have the best selection of high-quality RVs at every price point. And it's also your best chance to save on the last few 2014s. We also offer RV service, parts, and rentals. Make it a summer they'll never forget. Round up the family and come to Sky River RV. It's time to go camping. Summer is almost here and it's time to get your RV inspected. And Sky River RV is the most established RV dealership on the Central Coast. Our full parts and service department in Paso Robles has over 120 years of combined RV repair knowledge. Our service advisors are trained to meet your needs, from emergency last-minute repairs to routine adjustments. So before you plan your next trip, bring your RV in and get the roof inspected for free. Sky River RV, excellent products, excellent service, and excellent prices.
Cayucas, California, one of my favorite places in all the world. Incredible place. 4th of July parade, unequaled anywhere besides some small town in the Midwest. It's a blessing, it's a wonderful thing. And we have a spot down by the river where they sell all kinds of wares. They throw out candy, and it's just a wonderful thing. And a classy, and I do mean classy, hot rod show that stops the town, it stops everybody. Cars galore, but really, really fine ones. We're going to bring you here to see the car show, show you the parade. That's all part of what we're here about. in Cayucas. Cayucas, California, one of the great secrets anywhere on the Central Coast, maybe 2,500 people here. But an RV park as well that doesn't look like an RV park, looks like a trailer park. And yet, it's one of the finest, most wonderful parks. By the way, I think it's for sale, 23 million or so, if you happen to have the extra change. But if not, bring your RV, come here to Cayucas, and have a great time. All I know is that all I get is my heart full of joy when I come to places like this, to experience this wonderful life that we have, this wonderful lifestyle and our freedom and our opportunity to move around, and the sound of the motors of all these things. Last night was cruise night, and you could hear all the cars cruising up and down the street, and there's a certain sound that this era's cars made that no other car can make. Let me go over and take another look at another Mustang. Now this one's more original than some of the previous ones, but this is what they were. This is the Ford Mustang. It gives you everything that a human being needs. Maybe food, maybe love, but there's an awful lot of love about that thing, that's for darn sure. Give yourself an opportunity. Come to these car shows. Now this is Morro Bay. Can't be here today because you missed it, you know? But you can be in Pismo, you can be in Cayucas, you can be in Pass Rolls, you can be in Tascadero, you can be in Winnemucca. It doesn't make any difference. You have to get out and do stuff, go places, be a part of this process. I'll show you my very first car. You saw the Chevrolet, and I saw this the other day when I was down here. Oldsmobile, a name that's now gone. I got to find out the year. 1950. Mine was a 48. Looked very much like that. And it was my very first car. Little six-cylinder, probably had 90 horsepower or something like that. But cars then, as RVs do now, they have individual look. You could tell what they were by the grille work, by the chrome, by anything that's on it. You could tell each and every vehicle, it had a life of its own. So this was Michael Beardsley's first car. Now this has a large motor in it. It's not stock anymore, but it gave the same exact look. And then you kind of progress through them. So there's hot dogs. What do you think? There's Support the Troops. There's kettle corn. There's the American flag, California flag, and the Morro Bay flag flying down at the end of the street. So obviously you can't miss out on this kind of thing. If you have any kind of blood flowing through your veins and you're not bedridden or incarcerated in some sort of a place, you want to get out and do this. We have an awful lot of people that are older like myself and older than me that have a situation that they're not able to get out. So we want this to be for you as well. You don't have to get out. If you can share it through us, we're glad to do that. But if you can get out, then you want to get out and do this.
All over there who kindly donate the lift for these photographs.
Be sure to tune in to Central Coast Now for local television programming on Charter Channel 10 and Comcast Channel 27, where you can experience different cities up and down the Central Coast, in addition to local wine shows, home improvement shows, staycation shows, RV shows, educational shows, and so much more. So support your local businesses by tuning into Central Coast Now or visit centralcoastnow.tv. All programming produced by Noble Productions, your small town and affordable video production company. Contact Valerie at 805-260-4766 for more information.
Here we are, downtown Paso Robles. The Pioneer Museum is in the center of town, but Pioneer Days, which is upcoming, which we'll bring you to, the whole town shuts down. There's a big parade down through the middle of town. You can see where we are, San Francisco and Los Angeles. The original jail I'm right next to. And I'm going to walk over here and give you an idea of what this is about. Look how big this thing was. There's the city jail. That's the first jail in the city of Paso Robles. Of course, back then, crime was so big, probably never had anybody in it. That's what the world was about once upon a time. Anyway, the idea again behind this program is no matter where you live, San Francisco, San Diego, Phoenix, Arizona, I don't care, come to the Central Coast. Be a part of this lifestyle. Be a part of RVing up and down the Central Coast, and you can take part in this. Pioneer Days is a really, really cool, old-fashioned parade down the middle of America. It gives you a sign of, I don't know, Minnesota or Wyoming or any place else. It's a quiet little place, and you need to come here and take part in this. That's what this is about. The Rock in Morro Bay. You have to come here to understand what it's about. This life is teeming with fishermen. This little fishing village is still a viable fishing village. It struggles, it has a hard time, but it's alive and doing well. And you can help by coming here. You can come to the car show, which is one of the biggest anywhere in this part of the country. The whole town stops. You can come to the Harbor Festival. It blocks off the whole section of town down here. You can come on Christmas Eve when they have the boat parade out here and all the boats are lit up and coming down. It's an incredible thing. There's art shows. There's more things to do in Morro Bay than you can shake a stick at. And it's conveniently located halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. The heart of our programs, when we're talking about our Livermore store or our Paso Robles store or our Pismo Beach store, each of them give you an opportunity to join the lifestyle and then to come to places like this and the places I haven't been. Lots of places out there that you can go to and be a part of. We want to invite you to come to these places. We want to show you on film when the car show comes, and that's fine. But we want you to come here, go to the RV parks. 6 or 7 RV parks just in this town alone. I mean, there's really some big ones, state parks, private parks, one right over by the edge of the rock. They're just incredible. Morro Bay is just part of the process of the lifestyle for which I'm fortunate enough to live, and I want you to live with me. Do this with me. I promise you, you'll live better, you'll live healthier. So for today, we thank you so much. Stay tuned because we're going to take you to all these places.
Just a reminder, if you'd like to give us some feedback or maybe an idea for an upcoming show, please email us at theshow@skyriverrv.com.